Simeon Papalias, REC Canada. Thanks for joining me, man.
My pleasure, Patrick. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. So, Simeon, we're going to get right to the point. This is a cool conversation because you reached out to me. You've got an amazing deal that you put together to support REIN members in growing their portfolios, that financial future that we're trying to create. And it's in a really cool area because it's in Kitchener, Waterloo. And so tell me a little bit about what the deal is. Let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it. You've negotiated a great deal, so let's talk about it.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of traction for REIN members right now. We've done a few projects with them. They're starting to kind of understand because your tribe is all very fundamental real estate, and you guys are very entrenched in having those principles of success always followed upon, and that's where me and you have so much in common, is because we believe the same.
Yeah.
So we're extremely proactive in deal procurement. When we go out to look for deals and we do it at scale, we keep all the principles of real estate investing at the forefront.
Yeah.
We scrub the numbers with a fine tooth comb, and don't veer from what's got us to the success that we have been able to deliver in the first place. So, and that's as simple as transit, knowing the audience, meaning who your client will be, who your tenant will be.
Yeah.
And of course, connectivity, employment, and education. The major nodes, those are what we need to have. And once again, we've successfully negotiated a banger. There's no other word for it.
Well, one of the things about REC Canada in terms of being a trusted partner is that we share common values in terms of how we put deals together. And, right now, given what's going on in the world and given what's going on in real estate, developers are kind of getting hungry. They're trying to get deals out there. You, of course, as a top performing brokerage in the country, and certainly in Toronto, GTA, and that whole area, I mean, you guys are putting amazing deals together because you have a track record with these developers, but you're able to really pressure them to step up and, given your client base, go, listen, we've got a great client base, in this case, the REIN community, and we want to be able to put these offers on the table and have them uptake and take advantage of it. And right now, as we're talking, we just had another small increase in mortgage rates. This is going to be, some would argue, and I don't disagree, this is going to be a renter nation. And, Kitchener is one of those kind of areas that, to your point, with all that's going on economically, people are going to be going and continue to live in that area, go into that area. They're going to have an uptick in population, an uptick in demand. Affordability is going to drive rent. And this is a perfect deal for investors who can see that future. Am I kind of in line with your thought process here, Simeon?
Because you're 100% in line. So the thing here is every market has its challenges. And right now, when the interest rates go up for the consumer, we need to understand that they go up for the developer as well.
Yeah.
When interest rates go up, they go up, and that's for everyone. Nobody's safe from an increase in interest rates. So the cost of money, when a project was financed 2 years ago with a timeline, in the financial economic sense and pro forma at the time looked a certain way, and now it looks the polar opposite. The developer now has pressure to get the project on the road and just lock in.
Yeah.
So the developers, for them to bring these 30-story towers to existence, they have to do pre-sales of 60 to 75%. As the economic stability has shifted to the bad side, it's a more unstable and more volatile market right now.
Yeah.
They even have to get to 80% before they lock in financing.
Yeah.
That means that I can say, Patrick, if your community wants to do a deal here, and we put together, obviously it's not one office, if we're going to put together 10, 20, 30 units,
yeah,
the developer not only will listen, they will do things for us.
Mm-hmm.
The other way, meaning that if I can deliver 20 units, what are you willing to give to the people who are doing this?
Yeah.
And that's where we come in. So that ability of us being able to reach hundreds or thousands of investors at a time gives us the ability to walk in with a very different strut to the developer's office and come home with prize money for all. And this one here is a project in downtown Kitchener. Last year sold for a record $1,380 a foot.
Yeah.
In Kitchener, not in downtown Toronto. So the project that we have right now, and these are commanding rents 90% of Toronto because it's hip universities, um, high level white collar software programmers. Like Kitchener Waterloo is a funny little market. It
Yeah.
has a crazy audience. Your tenant pool is not normal. It's not a normal blend of a city. Half the city is kids studying, and 25% of the city is normal, and 25% of the city is 300K plus.
Well,
Like,
there's so let's for those of you who are still listening, listen, Rain community, Rain members. Here's the thing about all of this is that uh, the what Simeon's been able to do is say, okay, let's take a group and negotiate a deal, which you've done. That comes with the buying power of masses, if you will. Big community of investors. The thing about it is that you can't sit on the sidelines. This is a deal that's got to get done pretty quick. That's part of the you can't sit on the sidelines and think about it, wait about it in that regard. You need to do your diligence. And that's why we put a link in this particular description. You go to the link. Simeon, you're hosting an event to really get in and unpack the details of the deal. And Rain members are invited that. You get a special link to attend that event. It's online. You don't have to struggle with parking. And if you're in any other part of Canada than Ontario or Southern Ontario or Toronto, you still can attend and look at this deal. I can't stress enough, these are opportunities that are far and few between. And Simeon, I know that you put it together, so we're going to put a link in the description. Now, what about the weekend, or what about that event? How long is it going to be? What are you going to talk about?
it's coming up June 17th. We're trying to finalize that time. We're working with our media crew right now.
Got it.
You're one of the first people I have spoken with to collaborate on this and bring your people in. We don't have the final details. Everything's going to be posted. You guys can send out the email with all the assets so you guys can take a look at structures, etc. But we're going to have a tremendous conversation on the 17th, and where you're going to understand not only the high level dynamics, meaning you're buying 30 to 40% less than the GTA in a market that's 45 minutes away and getting 90% the same rent.
Yeah.
So we've identified and created a delta. We're going to have obviously pro formas for your entire community to analyze and go through and understand. But when we get into this asset class, again, being that of that such reduced deposit structures, the way to lock in and get in, it's a luxury that no other real estate has, which is why it's attractive. That's the only reason it's so attractive. It's because you can take advantage of opportunities in time in markets with 3/4 less than you would to take advantage of a resale deal today. That's the whole point.
So, folks, if you're listening to this, listen, buying power group, you're coming in 30 to 40% lighter than you would normally, taking advantage of the community and the actual volume that's potentially there for the community to take advantage of. You're into Kitchener, just awesome fundamentals that are driving that particular market. We know that the rental demand is there, the deals are there, and the builder is 100% like proven track record and is going to crush it in that. So again, we're going to put the link in below. You can come to that webinar to find out more details about it on the 17th. And so schedule it, probably be an hour, I'm guessing at the most.
It's going to be an hour. It's going to be Saturday morning, more than likely 10 or 11. We're just booking the studio to make sure that everything is lined up with, because it's going to be a big virtual event.
Yeah.
We're expecting a lot of registrants. We just don't want to crash the normal stuff. So we're kind of preparing for 300 to 500 investors to be in there and be able to, pipe in, download, share screens, and all the things. So that's what we're working on. But Saturday, 17th of June, we're going to be launching this opportunity, and of course, doing the entire presentation of how this all. So for those who have never done this before, bought or looked at pre-construction, you're going to know the bolt to nuts, everything you need to know, and specifically as well to this project with specific analysis on that market. So you will know exactly what rents are, exactly what comparables are, all the regular due diligence that we've been taught to do will be there and ready for your scrutiny.
And again, folks, REC Canada is a trusted partner of the Rain community because we align with how we do analysis, how we view the world. I can't stress enough is that these are opportunities that don't show up to the general public. This is literally front of the line platinum access to an amazing deal. And for those of you who are in Western Canada that want to diversify, want to look at the Ontario market, this is a great opportunity, by the way. And the REC Canada team can handle all of the long distance transactions. They'll work with you to get these deals done. Don't let this economy and the headlines take you off your journey and your path to creating a financial future investing in real estate. This is an amazing opportunity. Simeon, thank you as always for what you do and what you bring to the table. And folks, this is a great opportunity for you to look at. Consider it. It's going to be an amazing update and webinar on the 17th. We'll get you that link, and we'll hopefully see you there. Simeon, thanks, man. This is great.
Always a pleasure. A big, big shout out and love to the REIN community. Be
Thanks,
well.
pal.